NASA astronauts share weird experiences, muscle pains after spending 8 months in space. NASA's SpaceX Crew 8 astronauts, who returned to Earth late last month after spending more than 200 days in space, opened up about their experiences in space and after landing during a press conference earlier today. The Crew 8 mission was one of the more unique SpaceX missions since not only did it face multiple delays for its return, but once the crew landed, NASA flew them to a hospital in Florida to keep one NASA astronaut under observation for unforeseen medical issues. While the crew did not share any details about this member or their medical problems, other information they mentioned reveals the complex post-spaceflight recovery process on Earth. NASA astronauts share process of reacclimatizing to Earth gravity after returning from space right off the bat. NASA astronaut Michael Barrett, the flight physician, reminded members of the press and others tuned in that the crew would not discuss the medical issue that one of them had encountered. "We're still piecing things together on this. And so to maintain medical privacy and to let our processes go forward in an orderly manner, this is all we're gonna say about that event at this time," he commented. The conversation then shifted to how well the crew adjusted to life back on Earth. Their time in space had been particularly grueling since the Crew 8 mission was the longest duration crewed spaceflight mission flown on SpaceX's Crew Dragon. The delays were primarily due to Boeing and NASA evaluating the Starliner spacecraft while it was docked to the International Space Station, ISS. While Crew 8 was originally slated to return to Earth in August, it splashed down on Earth in October. "I've been fascinated by, I'm a first-time flyer, and fascinated by the readaptation. Big words. Like it's the little things. Like the big things you expect, right? Being disoriented, being dizzy. But the little things, like sitting in a hard chair, right?" shared NASA astronaut Matthew Dominic. Adding that since he had not sat in a hard thing for 235 days and was part of research activities that required him to sit on a bicycle, his backside was rather uncomfortable. Dominic revealed that the discomfort of sitting in a hard chair also made him lay a towel down on the ground outside on our patio, and I laid down so I could be part of the conversation during a family dinner less than a week after his return to Earth. NASA astronaut Jeanette Epps added that everyone's different and that's the part you can't predict. Since she and Dominic performed different experiments in space, Epps stated that "we don't know we're gonna respond when we return and how fast." According to her, even you street the weight of your head, in trying to hold it up. And you know some of the muscle pains that you'll have because you haven't held your head up in, 8 months almost for us. Another difference that Dominic experienced on Earth was when he tried to handle objects. The astronaut shared that while he knew that things would feel heavier on Earth than in space, the weirdest thing he experienced was picking up something that I had on the space station all the time. After trying to pick the same object he had used extensively in space on Earth, feeling it here on Earth was crazy to me. To him, not just the mass, but the rotation moments of inertia that he was used to managing in space were also off-putting.